Are you not getting enough water every day? Well, I'm going to share with you some tips that you could do in order for you to have more hydration in your body. So, before we get into it, show reel. Hi everyone, my name is Irene. Welcome to Socorro Secrets. Today I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can drink more water, or at least hydrate your body even more, if you are struggling with drinking water every day. So a lot of people are asking or maybe wondering how much water they should be drinking every day, because it all depends on a person. Like for me, I would require 64 ounces because I'm only within 100 pounds. And so it actually depends on your size, your height, your weight, and how much exercise you do, your activities, daily activities. Because of course, the more you are more active, and then that means you need more hydration in your body, right? So but anyway, that is not hard to find. You can find some apps or something that you can plug in your height, weight, and your activity, and then you can find out how much water you actually need to drink on a daily basis. So so it depends on your activity. So if you are, like, for example, exercising a lot, like, you're in the gym, you always have to be drinking more water, because your muscles, your water is the one where it supplies oxygen to the muscles that you've used on when you exercise and stuff like that. So anyway, without further ado, let's move on to the first tip. So my first tip is that I drink water first thing in the morning, and it's because I wanted to rehydrate my body after the all night sleep that I didn't have any water put in. And even if you're sleeping, your body still functions and still does its usual thing. It processes all of the things, all of your organs are working. They're not really stopping. Like, your heart doesn't stop to pump in your body, and so is your brain still works as well. And your kidney, your lungs, you're still breathing. So yeah, so everything is functioning. So you being asleep, if you're between 6 to 8 hours or 10 hours a day, you're not drinking or hydrating your body, you need to as soon as you wake up, you need to hydrate your body. And a good thing about it is also you're flushing all the toxins that was accumulated throughout the night, or maybe throughout the day. So yeah, so that is the first tip. So make sure you write it down, so that way you are enforcing your learning. And the second tip is that the second is always keep a water bottle next to you, because if you're really dedicated to having more water intake and hydrating your body, because when you are dehydrated, sometimes you don't even know your body is dehydrated and you're craving for something. And sometimes when we are craving for something, it's not really that we're hungry, but we are just thirsty. So make sure you have a water bottle next to you. Which leads us to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is basically, since you are going to have a water bottle next to you all the time, whether you're at work, or maybe you're at the gym, or maybe you're, just driving, or maybe you're, heading somewhere, or maybe you're just gardening, or maybe just you're on your desk at work and you're at home, or whatever you're doing, reading a book, reading a newspaper, you're on your, phone, whatever, you always have to have a water next to you. And so just it's easy to reach, and you can just sip a water here and there, and that will hydrate your body. And so if you are actually have a water bottle, so my next tip is basically you want to pick out your favorite water bottle. And I love water bottles, so if I find something that I really like at the store, when I'm at the store, I usually get them. And so find your favorite bottle, since you're going to be tied and be your buddy for a while. And what I find is that it doesn't cost a lot if you don't have one yet. You can get it from the grocery store. It's anywhere from $3. You know, cheapest one that I bought was this one. This one is a $3 water bottle. I love it because it has a handle, and it's basically it's easy to open, and I can just drink water. And yeah, so it's very handy. I can just kind of carry it and not worry about it, and I can set it aside. And my other water bottle, which is another favorite one, as you see, the same color, but this is a different one I got from the grocery store as well. And I said, like, I like this because it's a little slim, it's a little taller, it's easier to put on my bag and my purse and stuff like that. And so yeah, so that's you know, pick your favorite bottle, and make sure that you know, you bring it with you and you can carry it with you, and just you know, and they say that a water bottle, you know, like it comes in different material, like maybe there's metal, there's plastic, you know, there's you know, but don't get anything glass or something like that. And also they said that a water bottle that is clear is not as good as the one that is like this kind. It's not transparent, it has color, because the sun can get through it, and then it could do something in the water or oxidize something. Yeah, so the number 4, I think I got the number 3 tip. Number 4 tip is basically drink a glass of water after you use the restroom. You know, if you empty your bladder, that means you have more room for, you know, getting hydration. And so drink like half a cup of water. It depends on you know, it depends on what your, again, your weight and height. You know, if you can get half cup of water, for me it's only a good one, a half a cup of water, because I'm not really tall and big, and that is enough for me to actually just kind of feel refreshed. And you know, also it depends on the season, because you know, in hot summertime you sweat a lot, so you drink more water, right? So yeah, so tip number 5 is drink a glass, half a glass to a glass of water, like before meal. Especially if you are maybe trying to lose weight, that would be a really great time, you know, way to fill your belly up with, you know, something like water, and so you're not getting a lot of more real meal on your belly if you are on a diet or you're trying to lose weight. But the really good thing about it, and throughout the time that you're eating, you should sip water every now and then, you know, as while you are eating, and then at the end of it, because you know, it needs digestion. It helps digesting the food that you just ate. So drinking water before, during, and after meal, it really helps you with the process of digesting the things that you ate, and it's easier for your body to digest all this you know, food that you just ate. The number 6 is of course you wanted to put a reminder for your, you know, because if you are trying to you know, increase your water intake because you're struggling, you know, and then it would be a good idea to set an alarm on your phone to drink water, to remind you to, hey, you take a sip of water. Actually, there are apps for that you can download, and you can just search in, it's a free app that you can download. You know, in my Fitbit, I have that where I could track, and I can also remind myself with drinking water. The next tip is, besides that reminder, you know, it's funny because one time my girlfriend and I were talking, and then all of a sudden I hear this water notification on her phone, and it said, like, what is that? And it sounded like bubbling water, and it said, oh, that's my reminder that I need to drink some water. And so yeah, so that is a great tip. You can remind yourself with even a notification on your phone or your cell phone, smartphone, to drink more water. So that is really cool. I thought that was really cool anyway. And then the next tip, tip number 7, would be to, in order for you to track your water intake, you can either on the same app you can actually put in how much water you have taken so far. That way, knowing how much you needed throughout the day, then you can kind of track and see how much you have drank. Also, if you want to get have another water bottle here that I have, some water bottles have like lines in it. So see, there's lines in there wherein you can actually see how much you have drank throughout the day. So this bottle here that I just showed you is actually a 32-ounce water. So for me, for my weight, I actually needed to drink 2 of these in the whole day. So now I can really kind of track and see how much I have drank so far. So yeah, so that's another really cool tip. Just get a water bottle. If you're gonna invest in a water bottle, get something that has lines on it. And sometimes they come with motivational, quotes in there, like pertains to like your health or something. And so yeah, that is really cool. And the next tip would be eat vegetables or fruit that has a lot of water content, that's high in water content. And you know what those are, you can literally just Google them. And my favorites are watermelon, orange, like those kind of fruit. They have high water content. So even if you are actually not able to drink, or you run out of water, but you have fruits options, then you can eat some fruit that are high in water content. And it's funny because when I saw this, I was wondering, I saw a bird one summer, and the little birdling fell off the nest. And so I went and picked it up. Okay, not my hand, of course, something else, because I don't want my scent to be on the bird, to the mother bird to kind of not tend to the birdling. So I was able to get the bird and put it back up because I had dogs. But I think the first thing that I was like thinking is to feed it, if the mother bird is not around, or maybe neglected it already. But luckily it didn't. But I did feed the bird, and I was like wondering how I was going to give the bird some water. And somebody told me, and I kind of research it, and said birds don't really need water. The mother bird will give them berries and fruit, and that has the content, water content in it, and that kind of like really hydrates the body of the little tiny bird. So yeah, that is my other tip. Number 9, I guess we're number 9 now, right? So the next that's just an airplane passing by. The next tip that I wanted to share with you guys is drink alkali water, because alkali water actually is easier to absorb by our body, so it hydrates our body even more. And compared to water, bottled water that you can get from the store that didn't have any alkaline content. And to up the alkalinity on our water, usually you can add something like lemon, And which leads us to tip number 10, which is, if you have a hard time drinking just the plain water, because sometimes like, ooh, you didn't feel like drinking water, but if you can, you can perk up your water by adding fruits to it. Like my favorite one is lemon or lime or cucumber, or sometimes I put like strawberries or orange and pineapple, and just to perk up the taste of the water. So that makes me want to drink the water even more. So I hope that this is very helpful to you, and I hope you wrote it down here. If you have other tips that you wanted to share, please comment below. And also, if this video has any of use to you, please hit that like button. And also, I would love to know where you're tuning in from. If you want to comment that below as well. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I am dedicated to create more videos where I could share some life tips, health tips also, and so just to help you better your life and inspire you as much as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, night, evening, and see you guys on my next video. Bye.